You. I'm talking to you. You want to start building your house. I'm talking about you. If you don't learn how to manage time, you are likely to run into stress, you are likely to run into anxiety, and you are likely to run into depression. If you are relying on bank financing, these are three things that you are likely to run into if you don't understand how to manage time. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the issue of time management. Time management will affect different aspects of your building of your house, and you need to be aware of these issues that are around time management. So if you haven't subscribed, you have been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. This is because we want to reach as many people. We want to help so many people, especially in Africa, who are building houses, so that they don't run into these unforeseen risks, so that their projects succeed. We want as many people to have houses in Africa or in Kenya. Having a house is one of the important goals that so many people are pursuing. People are getting jobs so that they can build a house. People are going to Dubai, people are going to the Middle East so that they can build a house for their families at home. So by listening to these videos, you are getting insights, you are learning about one thing or another that can help you manage the process of building your house effectively. So point number one, you need to be aware that there are unforeseen issues that can affect your construction project. When you start building a house, there are unforeseen distractions that will affect the time that you will use to build your house. If you set to build your house within a duration of 6 months or 3 months, there are some unforeseen situations that will affect your house. For example, we have weather conditions, we have delays in supply of materials. I will give you an example. You order 200 bags of cement. You've psyched yourself, you want to do the foundation slab. The fundi has given you a quotation that he needs 200 bags of cement. So you don't manage your time well. You wait until the day of doing the work. It's when that you are going to the hardware to order those bags of cement. My friend, you'll be shocked. 200 bags of cement is not a walk in the park. This is something you need to arrange or plan for it like in 2 or 3 days before that particular day. So if you don't know how to manage your time, you will find that there are so many things that are happening in between, be it your job, be it your social life that may be affecting you, and you don't end up planning so well. And this is why watching such videos about construction will help you prepare early enough. Watching such videos about construction will help you learn skills that you can use to plan and maybe budget for your activities within this time, so that you don't get caught up with disruptions. Okay, so being aware about disruptions can really impact on your project management. Another important point you need to note about when you are building a house is that communication is everything. You need to understand how to communicate with the people. Construction works involves talking with people. If you are building a house, you need to understand how to talk to your architect. Building a house, you need to know how to talk to your fundis. If you are present on the ground at the site, you need to know how to communicate with the fundis. You don't need to engage them so much. You don't need to be micromanaging them. Some of these fundis do not even have mobile phones. Some of them are not even on WhatsApp. So if you go to the ground, you're telling a fundi, I know somebody who told a fundi, send me an email. A fundi doesn't even have an email. How is she or he going to send you an email? So you have to learn what are the ways of communicating with these local people. And when it comes to communication, sometimes even language can be a barrier. So you have to learn that communication can also affect the time management of your project. Another point number 3, problem solving. Problem solving is a major issue that can affect the timeline for your project. You've said to complete your project, maybe an activity within 1 day, but you don't know how to solve problems. Problems are likely to occur when the project is under construction. For example, when you're building a house, you are likely to run into the problem of some of the construction workers not doing the right thing. You have to learn how to problem solve. You have to learn how to solve problems such as delays in delivery of materials. You've ordered 100 bags of cement. It is late in the evening. Somebody has not brought your bags of cement. How do you solve the problem? You are away from your site. Your guy calls you and tells you, this cement was not enough. Okay, so if you don't have means of communicating in advance and getting the materials delivered, you will have to get more. You have to spend more money. For example, those fundis are always happy when there are material shortages, because this means that the work will extend to the next day, and you'll have to pay for the labor during that next day. So if you don't know how to communicate when you are building a house, you are likely to experience more time. Your project will take a long time, and you will have to incur more cost. You'll have to incur additional costs for you to complete that work. And this can be quite a nightmare, especially if you are depending on financing. If you don't have your own savings to build that house, most people don't have savings to build their own houses, and that's why we go to financial institutions for financing of our project. So you have to learn how to manage your time. If you don't manage your time and you are being financed, the time that you indicated that or you proposed that will be sufficient to complete your project, you'll find that it is not enough, and this will give you stress. You'll start stressing people. You'll start being negative towards other people, simply because you did not understand how time is an important aspect of project management. Point number 4, prioritization. Prioritization is an important aspect when it comes to building a house. You have to identify or learn how to identify the critical tasks that are involved in your house. Right from the foundation, you have to understand what is the priority. You are not starting a foundation and you've already bought the paint. My friend, something is wrong with you. So you have to learn how to prioritize. When it comes to specific activities, you've not bought the cement, and you bought other non-essential things. You already want you have money for labor, or you don't have money for labor, but you bought all the materials at the site. I've had a story, and this story involves an MCA. There's an MCA in Kiambu County, Ruiru. Do I say Ruiru where? Let me not mention the name. But this guy used his position to abuse the construction people, subcontractors. For example, the guy was doing the electrical work at his house. He was given the contract to do the wiring. So he was given money for materials. He went and bought the wires and the switches and so on. So after completing the work, they had agreed that he be paid $500, which is approximately 55,000 or 60,000 Kenyan shillings. Just I think it was the piping, not the wiring. The wiring is a little bit more than the piping. So the guy was supposed to complete piping before the plaster work was done. So when he completed the work, the owner of the house went missing. The guy tried calling him. He doesn't answer the calls. So he discovered that this guy had tricked him to complete the work, and the payment was not there. So this guy, he told me, the guy who was doing the electrical told me that these politicians are very crafty. Politicians in Kenya are very crafty. So you have to be aware of them when you are working with them as a subcontractor. They will sweet talk you. They will give you very good deals to work with on their sites. But when it comes to payment, they will switch off their phone. So you start following them. Following them. Every day you are calling. So when the guy will want another work to be completed, he will send you an M-Pesa, maybe 3,000 shillings or 5,000 shillings, just to entice you. Then he tells you the next time I will pull together all the pending bills and pay you. So the fundi will just get into that trap and end up accumulating more funds. By the time those guys realize that this guy has scammed them, the building will be over. Okay, so you have to learn how to some of these things when you are building your house. So prioritization is very important. When you are building a house, learn how to prioritize. You have to prioritize labor from the word go. Labor is required. You have to pay people. If you don't pay people, you will risk your own life. You will start hiding left and center because people are demanding to be paid their dues. Okay, so that is about prioritization, which you've said is a very important aspect that you have to be aware of when you are building your own house. So finally, I think I've talked about those points because I want you to be prepared. I don't want to scare you. I want you to be prepared. And when you are prepared, you'll be able to effectively manage your construction project. If you haven't subscribed, you've been following my videos, kindly consider subscribing. You have specific questions, you want personalized help on how to manage your construction work. I have experience, I have some insights. You can organize, you give me a call, send me an email. We'll plan for a call, and it's not free. I charge some fee for a call, and we can have a talk about construction work, and that's how you will become a better manager of your house construction project. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video about building a house in Kenya or Africa or any other part of the world.